Are we rolling? Hi, how are ya? So I thought for today's video it would be a fun idea to follow a Jeffree Star makeup tutorial, but with a catch. I'm going to be following along but applying everything digitally to this face I drew. There are a few reasons for this. I don't own makeup, I don't wear makeup, I don't makeup. I've only worn makeup on 3 different occasions in my life. My year 10 formal, my aunt's wedding, and a school musical I was in last year. And I only own 2 pieces of makeup. This red lipstick I got for $3 at Target. The only reason I have this is for the musical. And this 3-year-old bottle of foundation that I only got because when I was getting my makeup done for my formal, they didn't have a shade that was pale enough for me. Make of that what you will. So because of that, and I don't have a camera, I don't feel qualified to apply makeup to myself or anyone else. However, I do feel confident enough in my drawing ability to be able to pull this off. But Alyssa, why not do this on your own character? Are you joking? Look at it. It's missing most of its facial features. It basically looks like a glorified stick figure. It would never work. Don't be ridiculous.
Flashback.
So we're starting off with foundation. Oh, undo! Undo! Ah!
Alright, now we're just gonna contour the nose a little bit.
Jeffree, what if I don't have a nose?
Now the only thing left, you guys, is I do have a few setting sprays here, and then of course we have a lip. Let's see what it looks like.
I don't have those either. This was a bad idea. Anyway, now we're using this as our model. Let's call her Shaniqua. Anyway, back to the tutorial. I ended up picking this video to follow along with for multiple reasons. Number 1 was that most of Jeffree's videos focus on reviewing the makeup but still have aspects of a tutorial. And after watching this one, I can still get a basic understanding of how to apply the makeup. Number 2 was that the title and thumbnail looked promising. And by that I mean that the end result was probably gonna look good. And if it looked good for him, then it was hopefully gonna look good for my model too. And number 3 was that I wanted to pick a video that was uploaded within the past year. I know from experience that looking back on work that I did a year ago looks awful compared to what I can do now. And I'm assuming it would be the same for makeup artists too. Anyway, without further ado, let's do this.
Hi, how are ya?
I already beat you to it.
The first thing I'm going to use, I've already used before, and it's the only thing I haven't really tried today. It is the Poreless Putty Primer. This is going to fill your pores. You're going to look a little more airbrushed than normal.
I've already got a blank canvas ready to go. Let's do this.
All right, now we're going to try some foundation. And of course, we're going to apply our foundation with the Morphe Jeffree Star Beauty Sponge right here.
So he applies it all over with a beauty blender. For obvious reasons, we're not going to be using a beauty blender. So what I'm going to do instead is outline the face with a round brush and fill it with the paint bucket tool. One thing I've also noticed is that makeup gurus also say shade names. So for the foundation, we're going to be using the color F6D6CB.
This is the new 16-hour camo concealer. Now, I always gravitate to a concealer that is brightening. I never match my skin tone. I like to be a little brighter. So let's grab maybe this one right here. I don't want to break a nail. Let's bounce and blend.
Okay, so the concealer has to be brighter than the foundation, but I'm guessing not as bright as the highlighter. So we're going to be using FFE5DC, and it has to be applied below the eyes and on the chin and blended out. So I'm just going to skip the step of dotting it on and trying to smudge it out, and instead just going to use an airbrush. I'm also going to add some to the forehead so it doesn't look so flat. Next step is the setting powder so that everything stays in place. So done. Next.
Let's put on some contour. Okay, I'm gonna be really soft. Look at that. Wow, we're done. Just kidding. All right, now we're just gonna contour the nose a little bit, just running this down.
Next step is bronzer, and for this I'm going to be using the shade DCBOA2. And we are apparently applying this under the cheekbones, under the jawline, and on the sides of the nose.
Hello, nose. How are you doing today, girl?
He said a little bit, but because we're working with a flat canvas, we're going to be using a lot. And we're also going to be adding a bit to the forehead so it doesn't look completely flat. I'm basically adding this anywhere a shadow would be cast to add some dimension.
Now I want to try a little bit of blush, if you will. I also bought this one, which looks way more vibrant. Like, hello. Voila.
So blush is added onto the cheekbones. He uses a very strong red, so that's what we're going to do. And we are also still going to be using the same airbrush with low opacity.
Let's move on to a little bit of highlighting. I'm like, work. Yes! Let's try it. Oh wow. Hi, I'm suddenly in the Wizard of Oz.
So the highlighter he uses is like a rose gold. So we're going to be using the shade hash FFEAE9 and a smaller airbrush to do this. So we're applying this to above the cheekbone, the part above the lip, and the nose. He only applies it to the tip of the nose, but I'm going to apply it to the full middle of the nose and add more to the tip so that we can actually make it look like a nose.
All right, let's dive into the eyes.
So here you might be thinking, Alyssa, you idiot, you drew the eyes open. How are you going to do the eyes? Watch this. Ta-da!
I'm thinking of using this, that, and that today, I think, with a little shimmer, and bam, I think we're gonna feel really nice today. I'm just gonna go in right here, bam, bam, bam. I'm just gonna tuck this in. I want a really soft, pretty, kind of monochrome look today. All right, I'm just adding a little bit more in there, deepening and softening, bringing this down a little bit.
So for the crease, look at me being a guru. He uses a slight desaturated brown and blends that both above and below the crease. So we're going to be doing that with a small airbrush and the color hash 5C4734.
Now I'm gonna go in with the shade next to it, this more warm toned brown color. We're gonna dip in with the same brush. I'm just gonna take this shade and just go under the eye and just kind of blend and buff. Easy peasy right on that lash line, just to do a little quick smoke out. All right, now I'm just taking that shadow and smoking it out really lightly, just to give kind of a blown out effect. So we're just gonna go under, go all the way to the edge, and then just kind of flick it out. Give it a little smoky, soft appearance. Voila.
Okay, so we're going to be doing the same thing using the same airbrush with the shade hash 84401C.
All right, I'm gonna take a little Morphe M431 pencil brush. I love the yellow undertone.
For this, we're going to be using a very small airbrush with the color hash FFECB2, which, as he said, has a slightly yellow undertone. And we're putting that in the inner corner of the eye.
Now I'm gonna take a flat brush and I wanna do this little rose gold color right there. Let's see what it looks like. I wanna pack it on the lid right in the center, and let's just give my eye a little extra shimmer. Ooh, hello. And we're just gonna pat that on the lid.
So for this part, he uses a shiny eyeshadow. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to start with a flat color and apply it with a round brush. The shade I'm using for this is hash F6BAA8. And then on a different layer, I'm going to use a lighter tint that still uses the same hue. And I'm going to apply this with the airbrush to give it that shiny 3D effect.
I have a new e.l.f. eyeliner. I could definitely add it in there. I guess let's see what it does.
Next, he applied eyeliner, but I think just the outline of the eyes works well enough.
Okay, now mascara.
Next is mascara. For this, I'm just going to be drawing on eyelashes, which is literally just drawing lines, but it's the part I struggle with the most.
All right, ooh, this mascara is really cute. I love how it made the bottom lashes look really full.
Bottom lashes? That's not happening. This was enough of a struggle.
Now the only thing left, you guys, is I do have a few setting sprays here, and then of course we have a lip. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay, for the lipstick, I'm going to be using the color hash CD7385. And even though it's a matte lipstick, I'm still going to be adding some lighter tints with it so that it doesn't look completely flat. Okay, so now it's time for final touch-ups. So next time you see it will be with a montage. And there you have it, that's the end result. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I don't know how to end this video. A bloody blender.